Welcome to Charts Today. My name's David Linton, and today's edition for Thursday, the 21st of January, comes to you from London. And we've seen the new US president in place, and markets quite cheery off the back of that. We see quite a lot of green on the screen. The dollar is back into short-term bearish. So we are still bearish on all three time frames. So the recovery that we've seen this week just coming under pressure. Looking at the euro, sitting at 121.30, back into bullish territory here. This uptrend continuing on the long-term chart. Remembering this is my long-term, my medium-term, and my short-term view. And of course, I'm running on Icon, Refinitiv Icon, but you can run on multiple data services, and Updata's choice is yours. So, taking a look at sterling, we're at 137.40. And that's pushing us to multi-year highs, looking very strong indeed there. So we've got good upside targets. That weaker dollar and stronger sterling is playing there. And we're seeing sterling against the euro also breaking to multi-year highs at 113. So multi-month highs, I should say. So really significant there that we're seeing that move. So sterling strength is very much a theme. Bitcoin has fallen through the critical $34,000 level. That has activated downside targets, so that is significant. And that is really key. We are potentially seeing some 25% downside back into the 20,000s, looking likely, down 7% at the moment as we speak. US stocks had a strong day yesterday. With the president safely in place, we've got S&P up 1.4%, the Nasdaq up as well, and the Dow was also up. In fact, Trump is the only US president to leave office with the markets at an all-time high, the US stock market. We're seeing the S&P future up 0.16%, and the Nasdaq up 0.5%, suggests we'll open slightly higher today. The VIX volatility into the low 20s, the fear index, we're starting to see levels that we haven't seen for a few weeks now, so that's looking pretty good for markets. The FTSE 100 future is up 0.1%. The DAX in Germany, the cash market, is up 0.33%, holding on to its highs there, and the CAC Quarante up slightly, still has more work to do to get to new highs. Japan, we are up 0.2%. The Hang Seng is down slightly, but it's had an incredible week. Alibaba shares rising yesterday with Jack Ma's appearance. So we're seeing quite a lot of improvement there, and Chinese stocks continue to forge ahead, having broken this consolidation pattern. That's looking very strong indeed. The Sensex is up 0.4%. And the Aussie market, the S&P 200, is up 0.8%, so pushing higher. Not making new highs yet, but breaking this consolidation range of several weeks, looking good for Aussie stocks. A lot of commodities lower. We'll look at the energy mix in a moment. Gold sitting at 1870, back to short-term bullish. Has a bit of work to do here. We really need to get through this 1950 level to be back in the game, but encouraging to see we're back above the short-term chart. And the same on silver, just nudging $26 an ounce. Copper sitting steady and holding on to its gains, and US 10-year yields falling away back to 1.08. We've got targets back to near parity, so interesting that we're seeing that sell-off, but that medium-term chart, that jump, is significant. We probably won't get back below the 1% for a while. Just finding resistance there on the cloud. Taking a look at the energy mix, a lot of red on the screen this morning. We've got Brent crude down 0.7%. So just struggling to break above that 56 level this week. We were neutral crude this week. We have risen a little bit, but we're falling away again towards the end of the week. And WTI down by a similar amount, of course, at $53. US nat gas below the 250 level, so that's significant. We are seeing that, and we had targets to 240, 230. We were bearish US nat gas this week. And if we look at emissions, we're at 33 euros, just sitting in this range really between 31 and 35 at the moment. Gas prices down further this morning, so MBP down 2%. And TTF down just under 2%. These are not big moves with what we've seen recently in gas, but we had all of these downside targets pointing to those levels, so that's quite significant. Breaking that 1875 level will be important, so we just need to watch that. We don't have targets below that level, so it looks like we're coming back towards that support level. Winter gas, we're sitting at 1650 at the moment, and it's falling away as well. Short-term bearish, of course, just retracing some of the rise that we've seen recently. German power is up slightly this morning, so it's holding its own. We did have some mini downside targets, a little upside target, not much exciting going on there, but at least we bounced at around that 48 level. 50 euros is a pretty critical level for the moment for German power. And if we look at Nordic power, no change yet this morning, but finding a floor as well. But overall, we're seeing European energy markets lower this morning. That's it for today. Until tomorrow, happy charting. See you then.